Well, good morning, church. April 12th, 2020. It's a cold morning this morning, isn't it, Pastor
Yes,
Carl?
it is.
But it's beautiful. Right over our shoulder here is the Peace Light filming from Gettysburg. And man, it's a peaceful morning. The birds are singing. And I love this time of morning. If you're not a hunter, you usually don't get to enjoy these moments where the sun is rising and the animals are waking up. And it was probably much like it was in the ancient Near East, on Resurrection Sunday when Christ was risen, the tomb was empty. Morning was just like every other morning, except their world was turned upside down. Turned upside down. And I think maybe this year is probably the closest year we can get to relating with the disciples. It took us about a week or two for our world to be turned upside down. For them, it took a day. In a day, their whole purpose, their whole life was murdered and hung on the cross. And we practiced social distancing, but they were hiding for their lives in the house. And Mary Magdalene, the other Mary, went to go to the tomb to go check it out. Pastor Carl, could you read some of the account of that morning?
Yeah, absolutely. From Matthew 28. After the Sabbath at dawn on the first day of the week, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary went to look at the tomb. There was a violent earthquake, for an angel of the Lord came down from heaven, and going to the tomb, rolled back the stone and sat on it. His appearance was like lightning, and his clothes were white as snow. The guards were so afraid of them that he shook and became like a dead man. The angel said to the woman, "Do not be afraid, for I know that you are looking for Jesus who was crucified. He is not here. He has risen, just as he said. Come and see the place where he lay. Then go quickly and tell his disciples, he has risen from the dead and is going ahead of you into Galilee. There you will see him. Now I have told you." So the women hurried away from the tomb, afraid yet filled with joy, and ran to tell the disciples. Suddenly Jesus met them. "Greetings," he said. They came to meet him, clasped at his feet, and worshipped him. Then Jesus said to them, "Do not be afraid. Go tell my brothers to go to Galilee. There they will see me." That's the beautiful thing about this story. As the disciples' world was really collapsed and undone, that on that early Easter morning that Jesus would appear and he would impart his peace. He would tell them, in fact, don't be afraid, because I'm with you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a beautiful thing this morning that same resurrected Jesus is here with us this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that whatever our situation is, wherever we're finding ourselves this morning, the message is the same.
Yep.
That he loves us, that he's with us, and he tells us, don't be afraid, because I'm with you. And that's a great news today that we're sharing.
Oh my goodness. And I love the part where how Jesus makes himself known to his people, to those who love him. It's not just a theory or some kind of doctrine that somebody made up. Oh, he's risen. No, like he revealed himself to the women, he revealed himself to the disciples, and later on would reveal himself to hundreds of other eyewitnesses. It fascinates me that he would show himself to women first, especially in a culture where women's accounts, their witness was not allowed in court. It meant nothing to the court system. So if the gospel writers had some type of agenda, they wouldn't have included that detail. But God included that detail because it happened. That's the way it happened. And Christ made himself known to those who love him. Christ will make himself known to you this morning. He is with you. He is for you. He is making himself known to you. So seek him out. But you're not going to find him in the tomb. You're not going to find him in the tomb.
Amen. You're going to find him resurrected at the right hand of the Father, interceding on our behalf. And I think of an early morning like this. There's something special about it as the day's kind of waking up. The birds are singing, and that oftentimes Jesus got up early in the morning, and he has some pretty challenging days as I think about some of the things that he endured, and he understood the value of just going away and spending some time with the Father, just one-on-one, and in his Father's presence, finding strength, finding wisdom, finding love, and that's a beautiful thing.
It is. It is. Well, church, we want to encourage you this morning. You are not alone. We are all celebrating this together, whether we're at home or going to work by ourselves. We are celebrating this Resurrection Sunday together. This beautiful morning. I want to encourage you to check out our Sunday morning service this morning. We're going to celebrate communion together, continuing to worship the risen King, Jesus Christ, who sits on the throne. He's in charge. This pandemic has not surprised him or taken him off guard. He's accounted for it, and he's working in it. So seek God's face, and he will make himself known to you this morning.
Yeah, and I would say, church, just know that we miss you. We love you. We think about you. We're praying for you. We're so delighted about just hearing how you are just fighting the good fight, that you are just keeping the faith. You're in the Word. You're in prayer. And thank you for your continued support as well for the ministry here. And just we know that, the saying that absence makes, grows the heart.
Fonder,
yeah, the heart grow fonder. And that's certainly true for us. And we know that it's true for you as well. So we love you. We miss you. Happy Easter. He is risen.
He's risen indeed, Pastor Carl.
All right, Sean. God bless you,
bless.
man.